So, Bisaya. And you know what? They requested an audience with me. I was a mayor then. Nung nagkaharap-harap na kami, sabi ko, may I help you? There are about, pati may mga Muslim. Sabi nila, Rod, kawawa yung bayan natin. Kailangan tumakbo ka. Yung atay ko naman, maging enlargement of the liver, apparently thinking that, well, everybody was really sincere in the country's interest. Sabi ko, Adre, wala akong plano niyan. And I do not like the position, actually. Magulo pati the problems of this country, the Republic of the Philippines, cannot be solved. It cannot be solved on just a one-term basis. We need somebody who's going to sit there with all the dedication and passion, probity, and all, na gusto niyang gumaling ang bayan. Hindi ako yan. I do not have those qualities. And I did not want to acquire them. Pero pagsalita, parang I was just also belittling because they were really after for my neck. Sabi ko, maghanap lang kayo ng iba. And even Danny, at yung a portion or the Magdalo, as early as 2 years, pabalik-balik niyan si Paildon. They were looking for somebody to succeed Aquino. And they wanted one who would be a reformist. Sabi ko sa military yan, if they want to reform the government and people, it behoves upon somebody else's. But anyway, this group kept coming back. But several times that maybe during the last 4 visits, I was the one paying for their meals and their billeting sa hotel. And they were dead sure that tatakbo talaga ako. Sinabi ko, Adre, hindi ako gago. Wala akong pera. At saka yung partido ko, it's just a local aggregation in Davao. And ito, hawak ko ito. I've been mayor of the city for 23 years, once upon a time a congressman, and a vice mayor to my daughter. Yung si Sarah, yung sinuntok niya yung, binugbog niya yung sheriff, yung panahon na yun. Sabi ko, hindi ako interesado at sa matanda na ako. I will only ensure the failure of my term. Hindi ko kaya talaga. And sige sila, so maraming tao magsabi na tumakbo ka, wala namang binibigay. Sabi ko, oo lang, oo. And kasi sabi dito, Rod, ito may 5 billion kami nakataya. Wala ako natanggap, ha? Maniwala kayo, okay lang, hindi, okay rin. Never received a billion na ano. Pinakamalayo ko was, I think, 200 billion. At grupo yon sa Davao. Marami kasi, it was, ang ano ko siguro sa palad, that most of my, yung kababata ko, sila Carlos Dominguez III, became rich and famous. And yun sila ang nagduodyok. Sabi ko, hindi ko talaga kaya. Sabi niya, gawain mo lang yung ginawa mo dito sa Davao. Ba't alam mo ba ang ginagawa ko dito? Basta Davao is hitting now a domestic growth rate of about 9, the highest so far. Pero yung may style ako na sarili na hindi ito pwedeng pang-national. Maraming mata eh. maraming mata. It's not about money. It never has been an issue sa akin ang pera. Patayan at babae raw. Pabalik-balik, babae. Kaya marinig na naman ako ni Chelsea. I was not joking. You listen to the tip. I was being sarcastic. I said, you behave, all of you guys, because I get to be blamed for anything. Sabi ko, you might be sa dalawa, tatlo, pero dalawa, pang tatlo ako na ang masasabi diyan as your commander-in-chief. Kung mag-rape ka. You know why? Because yaman ang kalaban ng sundalo. Ang sundalo walang kalaban eh. Especially the American soldier. There has never been any fighting since Vietnam. Ang kalaban ng mga sundalo na Amerikano, yung mga Pilipina na babae pinagre-rape nila. Kasi dyan ako. So that's why I told Chelsea, why? When your father was screwing Lewinsky and the rest of the young girls there in the office of the president, on the table, on the floor, on the sofa, did you raise any? Mahirap na magsabi. I was not joking. Sarcastic ako na pagkatao. Yan mo ko. Hindi ako tumatawa. I am fond of hyperbole tapos sarcasm. Ganon talaga ako magsalita. I'm just warning the soldiers. You know, guys, you. But then balik tayo dito sa they kept on coming back. I cannot now remember the time I decided to run. Yung una, the filing, I did not. Kasi ayaw ko talaga. And so there was a lot of disappointment, hinayang. Well, itong grupo na to, I could sense their vim and vigor to campaign. It came to pass na naging presidente ako. So I got them into government service. First, I told everybody not to use low-numbered plates. I do not like it. Nakukornihan ako. Sa Bisaya, yan na, nahihilasan nga. Tumitindig yung balahibo kung kita ng gano'n. Because once upon a time, my father was also a cabinet member during the first term of Marcos. He was the Secretary of General Services. And at that time, I could remember the warning of my father to his driver and not to use the number 6 plate number. Kasi sabi ng tatay ko, kita mo yung mga tao kung magtingin sa atin. Di pa masyadong uso yung tint na you could almost guess what's in their mind. Pera nila, gasolina nila, tapos ikaw yan, you sit in comfort and wallow in, samantala sila hirap sa traffic, hirap. That's the reason why I do not accept invitations local here. Because every time I use the public streets, akala mo malinis ang daan, parang Bernie Santo. But actually, I know na lahat ng kantong dadaanan mo, and they estimate your the leaving and arrival, but mga 15 minutes, nakabara na yung mga kanto. And everybody else goes to the sides. And you just don't know how you create exponential trouble behind those sa kanto na pinara mo. It piles up sa likod. Kaya hindi ako talaga tumatanggap. I'm sorry, but kasi nagta-traffic eh. Nahihiya ako sa mga tao. But if I can use the chopper, the helicopter, mas mabuti pa. Kuntahin mo yung gasolina na magamit mo at kontra yung sa gasolina ng wasted time and hours of the people. It's amount to nothing. Nung presidente na ako, appointed this guy and them sa different office. No, the first time I noticed he was the one first to go out of the country. He went to Washington and brought along some local officials. So tahimik lang ako. Because I told everybody not to use it sparingly. Na wag masyadong walang low numbered, and I said, do not expect special treatment. I do not want you to. Ang tao talaga, I don't know, but there seems to be an agenda, all and every other people's mind. They may want to appear to you as a crusader, as a reformist, or whatever. Pero kung kayo ang andyan, bantay kayo, there's always that nakatago. Hindi ko naman kasi lahat naman tayo dito mahirap. Kung mayaman kayo, bakit magkita-kita dito para trabaho? Trabaho sa gobyerno talagang patayan ito sa oras. Yun, sabi ko, so pangalawa, then on the third trip, went to a country who offered to sell to us or offered something, bombero, but that it would cost you 18 million apiece. It was a contract perfected during the Aquino administration. I think 4 of that 18 million apiece truck, 4 or 5 or 14, I'm not sure about it, na-deliver na dito ginagamit na. So there was no bidding and it was grossly overpriced by our standards. Ako yung 911 ko sa Davao, I bought the Isuzu, 6 million yan. Bidding. At matibay. And if you have been to Davao, you should visit the 911. And it's all there for you to see. Ito ngayong kanya, he went there to sign the second tranche. Though there was already a pending case. And the office memo written by the legal office advised him to suspend muna in the meantime. Ayaw ko kung anong, I just went ahead to sign the second tranche, the second delivery. Doon ako na galit. Despite the advice of his legal officer, when I asked him dyan sa cabinet, sabi ko, bakit mo pinirmahan yung ano? Did you not read the office memo? Sabi niya, I was never furnished a copy. Yung kabalastugan, legal office mo, hindi mo nabasa yung memo. But Dominguez was right beside me. He was showing sa tablet niya. The wherewithals. Kaya I lost my patience. Very few times in my life that I would show an emotional outburst in public. Ayun, ano yun. But one time sa Davao, there was this regional meeting of the municipal mayors of Mindanao. Don't go, pati dito, all governors, pati city mayors, all over. Ibang araw lang. Sinabihan ko talaga sila, putang ina na, papapatayin ko talaga kayo. Huwag kayong magkumpiyansa sa akin, Mayor God, putang ina mo, ipaambos kita. Because the drug industry, which is a public copy now, contains about 11,000 barangay captains. The most basic unit of our government. Mayors, mga almost 40 something. Hindi ko na kaya, lahat, pati gobyerno sinabi ko, huwag ka talaga magkamali sa akin. I will only pass through this once. Pag sinabi kong wag, kasi yariin talaga kita. That was my warning. So, yung malaman mo lang kung ano ang nasa isip ko. Ngayon, itong buang na ito, one time, pinatawag ko yung mga mayors. He was also there. Sabay kami baba. When he passed by because he was ahead, nagsirin. Hindi na nga pinapagamit yung... There are really people who want their presence felt in a crowd. Yung ano ba, but he was this guy, he was never elected, but he was appointed OIC during Cory's time. I will not name him publicly. Parang kulang sa pansin. Ni akong mismong presidente, hindi ako nagagamit ng blinker lang ako. Yun lang ang maasahan mo sa akin. Hindi ko naman mapigil tong mga... Baka kung ako maglinya ako, okay lang. I've been used to it. In Davao, I don't have... For the life of me, never use except emergencies. Putok ng airport, putok ng pantalan. But on ordinary day, I simply... And my daughter does not allow it also. Kaya yung mga town mayors magpasok diyan sa ano kung saan. Pagdating sa Davao, the refrain. Itong kamuting ito, nagsirin tapos surrounded by 10 policemen with Armalites. Sabi ko, putang ina, sinong papatay sa iyo? Hindi ako nanalo, hindi ka makilala kung sino. I mean, that was what was going on my mind. Kaya yan. Kayo, nandito tayo sa gobyerno, simple lang tayo. Actually, mag-ano ka dyan, papurma-purma ka, lalo ng iba. Pagbaba mo dyan sa Makati, sa ano, patindig-tindig ka ba. Akala natin, people admire us because we are in public offices. But actually, nag-smirk yan. Mga to. Ganun, ginahiya ko na talaga kasi yan ang totoo. Lalo ano yung too lavish ang... Sabi ko, walang magsakay dito ng Mercedes-Benz. You use the ordinary... You buy the car that an ordinary manager, kasi manager, nandiyan ka naman sa gobyerno, yan ang bilhin mo. Ako may Mercedes-Benz dyan, no? Binigay sa akin. State of the art, hindi ka na talaga mamatay. Kasi armor daw. Baski 50 caliber, hindi lulusot. Putang ina, hindi na ako mamamatay niyan. So if I get to live 120 years old, who's gonna feed me? Sino yung mag-oxygen sa akin? Why do you have to? Tama na yan. When you are no longer useful, then you should rest. Ako, I'm 72. By the time I would leave this office, I'd be glad to collapse there and totally iwi ako sa Davao, cargo na lang. Totoo yan, ha? And I can show you my last will and testament that I will be cremated within 24 hours. No ceremony of any kind. My wake should strictly be private. And I just enumerated, excluded kayo lahat, the few people that I want to go there to visit me if they so wish. Maraming kuan sa... Hindi ako nagpabilib sa inyo. Pero gano'n naman talaga. Kung tanong kayo ng taga Davao, that's how I'm full of sarcasm and yung storytelling na, gano'n. Yung morbid. Pero yan talaga ang totoo. No necrological services. Kasi member ako ng Congress, no? Hindi, badalhin ka dyan. Putang inang batasan kung walay batasan, tawag sa amin yung Bisaya. Here is a man who lies and lives his life to the fullest. He was a president and he governed this country. The son of a bitch. Doon sa isip niya, sa loob. Iba lang yung lumalabas. Sus Maria Josep, huwag ninyo bulahin. Kaya ganon. Kaya dito walang utang-utang na loob. Nagtrabaho ka, expect you to. Yun ang utang na loob mo sa tao, katrabaho ka. Do not collect. Nothing. Wala akong, aking konsya dyan is just to be simple so that hindi tayo manja, kayo. Pero ako, they can always, itong media, they can accuse me of anything except yung corruption. Ito nga yung, if you care to listen, is there any other, ano yun? Yung o-taking na ng AP. Kasama mo mag-o-taking na promote. Dalain ko na lang, baka magkudita itong mga buang na ito. Andyan sa cabinet ko, si Simato, who was also assigned in Davao. So we became friends. In the area where I was also mayor. Si Galvante, he was the regional. Most of the cabinet ko, halos lahat na mga military na. Alam mo kasi, pati ako, si Gloria, si Pinoy, alam mo bakit kinukuna namin ang mga military? So sensitive. Yan lang utusan mong matino. Pag sinabi mong gawin mo yan, ginagawa talaga. Yung mga no insults intended, yung mga CISO, first grade eligible, mabuti lang yan sila kung nag-agawan pa sa ladder of authority sa opisina. Pagdating yung director ng yawa na assistant director, becomes indolent, tamad at hindi na nagre-report ng opisina. Half a day, the other half nandoon sa mall. Sige, tingin, wala naman pera. Kaya ganun. Well, anyway, let me just run you through what's really happening. Alam mo yung rebellion ngayon sa Mindanao, it's not Mauti. It's purely ISIS with different brands kasi sila yung nag-umpisa. Actually, ang Mauti brothers went to Libya and the other one, I think, they went there. Itong Marawi na ito has long been planned. It could not be just a decision now, let's go to Mindanao. Plano na ito lahat. And it's a long time. So ako naman, as a student of, you know what, history and maybe, nung si Hapilo na pinadala sa Central Mindanao, and he was anointed as the mayor, doon na ako nakaamoy na something terribly wrong is going to happen. Kasi dala-dala na yung ISIS. Yung Mauti is just the family name of two brothers. They started, and I'd warned you before, I'm warning you now, na ang ISIS walang pera. And I said, by the time that they are pushed back and they lose the land mass, they will scamper to everywhere. Dito ang nagpa-fuel sa insurrection, drugs. Sinadya talaga nila yan. Naluto ng luto. Dito naman, mga Chinese. And then sa Taiwan, dito hinuhulog nila dyan sa boundary, sa territorial waters. They place a GPS and the idiots would just go around and collect the... Kaya makikita mo maraming mga drum na lumulutang dyan sa coastal areas. Itong sinadya talaga nila yan. Hindi nakuha ng Pilipino. Pati itong good boy na media. So hindi ko na lang rin sinabi muna because I was not then in a position to say it publicly. Kung ginagamit nila, pati Mindanao, ang droga nila was almost like a rice mill. Mas malaki pa. It's really a factory, yung sa Pampangas. It was really a factory. from end to end about dalawang basketball court. And all the equipments and the machines there were really intended to manufacture shabu. Pero ito sabi ko, ito dito, ang Chinese noon. Wala na. Nawala na. Dito sa Mindanao, hard hit was Visayas. Ang sa Western Visayas, si Udikta, yung couple nga pinatay doon sa when they landed somewhere. Yun yung pinsan ni Mabilog, the mayor of Iloilo. Dito naman sa western side, kaya ako nagtaka, punta ako sa Bohol, and then I look at the figures and facts. Tataka ako itong mga Bulanon, it's a very Pacific tribe. Alam mo itong mga Bulanon, I'm not trying to be funny. Halos every family yan, may contribution yan sa Roman Catholic na madre or pare. And even itong si Ibasco, he was a priest who went to Mindanao to wage war. Nahuli yan ng military. Ako ang inquest fiscal noon. And I was handling the trial against him. But Cory called for a revolutionary government and decided to free all political prisoners. Kaya pumunta yan sa akin because I was appointed vice mayor, naghingi ng trabaho. Binigyan ko technical assistant. And he costed along with me until I became mayor. Ngayon, presidente ako, he's a cabinet member. Tama naman talaga ang buhay. Ano? Ito ngayon, gusto siya barilin ng mga PC noon. Ngayon, magsalot pa yung mga pulis sa kanya. Talagang buhay. Kaya remember, when you are not sure of where to go or how to decide, although ganyan lang yan siya, but he is a very smart alak, si Estrada. Huwag yun yung kalimutan niyang ang buhay ay weather lang. Totoo talaga. For me, and for you, and for everybody. So ngayon, we are fighting really. It was funded by you. Ang marami akong patay. I'm very sad. Marami akong sundalong patay. Marami ang mga polis ko patay. Hindi lang nila nire-record ang ilan. Wala akong nakita na newspaper na the following died today. I lose about 3, 4. It keeps on increasing every day for as long as that war rages on. I am one of those who are really hurrying it up. The earlier we attain the equanimity of the community, the stability, I'd be the first to clamor for the lifting of martial law. But here is the catch. Sabi nila, I did not consult the military. Alam mo na, you can hardly talk to the fools and to the stupid. They will never understand. You do not declare martial law without asking the soldiers and the policemen. Kaya nga nila sabi na ako na nag-declare ako na walang permiso sa military pati police. With more reason ngayon, tanungin ko ang military pati police, are we okay? Because if we are, then let's lift it immediately. But for as long as the military will say, sir, hindi pa talaga kaya. And it's beyond 60 days. Congress must understand that we need more time. Because this whole law, which is also bursting. And on top of that, I am facing 3 fronts. I have terrorism in Mindanao. I have the drug problem. And itong mga ordinary, the kidnap or ransom, everything. Kaya kung patayin yan sila, huwag kayong magtaka. I am, and my orders are, since this is war, I did not ask for it. The people, hindi naman nila hiningi. If it's war, my orders really are to wipe them out. Everyone. When I say wipe them out, better If you shoot him in the head, shoot it again in the heart. Para sigurado. Otherwise, hindi ka maka-eskapo yan at ikaw mahuli. Kaya sabi ko kasi itong mga sundalo, ang pulis lang may sidearms. So I'm spending billions. I'm acquiring now the short. I'm giving it to the army. Kasi itong army, palagoy-lagoy kasi. Pag maglabas ng kampo, akala mo nagpamasyal sa luneta. Kaya kinikidnap o minsan binabarila na ng NPA. Kaya nawala yung peace talks. Wala pa nga sabi na February 10. Lalakad yung mga army ko, mga pulis ko, pinagbabaril nila. Sabi ko, putang ina, kalukuhan to. No more talks. And I've been saying it time and again, we have been fighting this war for 50 years. I'm asking now, the communists, are you ready to fight another 50 wars? Kayo ang nag-umpisa eh. Kayo did, because if you are, then wala ka akong choice except to prepare for the next 50 wars. And I'll just have to arm government properly. So yan ang, kung sabi mo anong order ko, igera to, patayan to. Nobody asked for it. Bakit kita bubuhayin kung kaharap na ka ng, kung barilin mo sa ulo, shoot him again in the heart. Then I am assured with 2 bullets, wala na akong papakainin ko pa yung putang inang yan. Gasto pa. Patayan mo kaya gusto mo, sige. And I've been trying to warn them. How many times did you hear me? Do not force my hand into it. Please. When they started to place IED, improvised explosives device, sa Zamboanga High School, sa Marawi, yung granada dyan sa library, do not do that because you'll force my hand if you start to harm innocent civilians, especially children. Ay, inatake talaga yung So just an information for everybody. At yung istorya ko naman, kalimutan yun. If you are not into it, palusutin nyo sa tenga. But for those who are really vain, meron in this room siguro mga dalawa lang ang matino, lahat siguro medyo vain ka na din. Biro na. Let's have the picture for posterity.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for your message. We will now proceed, as instructed by the President, with the photo-taking opportunity. We will have 10 batches. May we now invite our first batch to please proceed on stage. Thank you. May we ask the second batch to please prepare.